The Shrekverse is on fire. Ever since the teaser for Shrek 5 was released, fans have been speculating about what might happen in the movie. But one of the most intriguing theories suggests that one of Shrek's kids may have transitioned and now identifies as Felicia. But where did this theory come from? It all started because in the previous films, Felicia always had blue eyes, while her twin brothers, Fergus and Farkle, had brown eyes. However, in the Shrek 5 teaser, the teenage daughter standing next to Shrek and Fiona has blue eyes. This means that this character must be the Felicia we already know. And if that's the case, then comes the big question. If Felicia was already a girl from the beginning, who transitioned? This led fans to speculate that one of the twin brothers, Fergus or Farkle, may have realized over the years that they actually identified as Felicia. On social media, fans were quick to share their thoughts. One user jokingly tweeted, "Wait, Shrek's daughter always had blue eyes. Does that mean one of her brothers transitioned? This is the best plot twist DreamWorks could give us." Another fan took it even further. If one of Shrek's kids actually became Felicia, that would be incredible, and it would totally make sense in the Shrek universe, which has always challenged norms. If there's one thing Shrek has always done well, it's defying stereotypes and playing with societal norms. Since the first movie, the franchise has made it clear that it doesn't follow traditional fairy tale rules. Here, the hero is an ogre who lives in a swamp, the princess doesn't want to be saved, and the villains are often ridiculous and insecure. But beyond subverting expectations, Shrek has always been progressive in its approach to characters. One of the best examples of this is Doris, the ugly stepsister from Shrek 2 and Shrek the Third. Doris is a trans character and was voiced by a man, Larry King in the original version and Jorge Lucas in Brazil. And the best part? Her identity was never treated as a problem. Doris is respected by other characters and simply exists as a natural part of the Shrek universe. Another character that has sparked discussions over the years is Pinocchio, who, in Shrek 2, wears a thong and jokes about his identity in a playful way. And of course, we can't forget the most unexpected couple in the franchise, Donkey and Dragon. If audiences accepted an interspecies relationship without a problem, why would they think having a trans character in the story is any different? All of this proves that Shrek has never needed a forced message to include diversity. The franchise has always done this naturally, using humor and creativity. That means that if one of Shrek's kids really did transition and is now Felicia, this idea not only makes sense within the franchise but also reinforces the saga's core message, being true to yourself and not conforming to society's expectations. If this theory is correct, it means that one of Shrek's twin sons, Fergus or Farkle, would have transitioned over the years and now identifies as Felicia. Well, Shrek 5 wouldn't need to make this a big dramatic event. On the contrary, the franchise has always handled diversity in a lighthearted and humorous way, so Felicia's transition could be shown in a simple, straightforward manner. We could imagine a scene where the siblings joke about it. Farkle, "Hey, remember when we were kids and there were only 2 boys in the family?" Felicia, rolling her eyes, "And remember when you two weren't complete idiots?" Fergus, "Nope, that never happened." This would be a fun way to show that this transition happened long ago and that the family just moved on naturally. Well, we know Shrek isn't the sentimental type, but he has always been a protective and loving father. He may have taken some time to understand it at first, but in the end, the only thing that matters to him is his daughter's happiness. A possible scene could go like this. Felicia, "Dad, you've been acting weird since we got back to the swamp. Is everything okay?" Shrek, "It's just, I've been thinking, are you happy?" Felicia, "Of course I am. Why?" Shrek, "Then that's all that matters. Now come on, we've got some villagers to scare." It would be a simple yet powerful way to show that for Shrek, his daughter's happiness is what matters most, no matter what. And of course, the plot of Shrek 5 wouldn't have to revolve around this. Felicia's transition could be a small detail within a larger story filled with nostalgia, adventure, and humor. With Shrek returning after so many years, expectations for the 5th film are sky high. But what could the storyline be? How could Felicia's transition be included in a bigger adventure? If the first movie was about Shrek dealing with his self-esteem and the second was about family acceptance, maybe Shrek 5 will show him trying to understand the world of teenagers. His kids are now growing up, each with their own personalities, challenges, and goals. That includes Felicia, who might be trying to find her place and prove she's not just Shrek's daughter. We could see Shrek feeling out of touch with all these changes, struggling to be a present father while realizing that his kids don't need him the same way anymore. This could create both conflicts and comedic moments, like him awkwardly trying to relate to his kids. Maybe Donkey, who already has experience raising his hybrid kids with Dragon, could be the one to give Shrek some parenting advice. One of the things fans want most in Shrek 5 is a villain worthy of the previous movies. Lord Farquaad, Fairy Godmother, and Prince Charming were all iconic, so who could be the new big bad? One possibility is Farquaad's return. Shrek Forever After hinted that he could come back. Maybe a spell or an ally brings him back, and this time he's more vengeful than ever. Another option is a new ruler of Far, Far Away, someone determined to get rid of ogres once and for all. This could force Shrek out of his swamp to reunite his old allies for one last epic adventure. No matter the plot, some things are mandatory in a new Shrek movie. Sharp humor and hidden adult jokes. Shrek thrives on mixing kid-friendly humor with jokes only adults get. That has to continue. Pop culture references. The movie needs to play with classic films, just like it did with Mission Impossible, Lord of the Rings, and The Matrix. Emotional moments. Despite all the humor, Shrek has always had a strong emotional core. Whether it's a touching moment between Shrek and Fiona or Shrek and his kids, the movie needs that heartfelt touch. The theory that one of Shrek's kids transitioned and is now Felicia fits perfectly within the franchise's themes of acceptance, identity, and breaking norms. So tell me, what are you most excited to see in Shrek 5? Drop a comment below.